How's it, guys? Just done the micro session. Just had to swap over to this particular Zoom ID. Just finished the micro session now. Are we going to try US tech today? No. Euro dollar. The spread's higher on the NAS, so we'll do the euro dollar. Wide straddle trade entries and plus leave alone a month ago, maybe 2 months, I can't remember, where the wider spread, the wider area of entering wasn't made up for the flurry of movement. So we decided to choose the euro dollar. If you traded before, you understand the travel trade, you will need this session anyway. But then you can do what you like. You can trade what the hell you like. But I'll guys first time, and I quite like the euro dollar is because you can get the movements and the spread, the smallest spread of the lot. It's only about 1.5 pips. You're not in the profit, remember, to get out the spread. You know what the spread is? Well, I can't explain that. This is something you've got to know. Google it, will find out, or trading while I explain. I haven't got time now, but yeah, tighter spread, so go to the euro dollar. That answers your question. Just start at 2 o'clock. There'll be people joining. I don't know if Clinton is there. Yes, he is. Okay, Clinton, got to make you beg your pardon. Forgot about that.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks.
Come out of the micro. I'm spinning a bit. Where was I now? Where's Clinton? Clinton. Where is he now? Just going to stop the share to find him. Ah, there we are. Make you the co-host. There we are. Sorted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, can you all see this chart? I've got the right chart up.
Yes.
Good stuff. Good day. No, it doesn't, Benelli. No more. You can only close. Before explaining that, I'll show you something. How are you going to do that? Thanks, Clinton. Just let the guys in. Concentrate. If you go to the S&P, don't have to go to the S&P at all. All you do is right-click, left-click on specifications, and it will say close only. We're having data problems. So if you're in the S&P, you can get out of it, but you can't enter it. So ignore the S&P. In fact, if you're going to do the straddle trade, I'm about to explain, suggest if you haven't done it before, do the euro dollar. If you've done it before and you're happy with the NAS, do it. There are different parameters involved. I won't be explaining them because I'm assuming you can do the euro dollar. And I'm assuming you're going to ignore me and do the NAS. You can because you already have the knowledge of those parameters. Okay, so otherwise euro dollar. Okay, fine. Hope you're all good on that one. Good stuff. Right. Basically, we got a very important US. When the fundamentals come out, we do this. It will be US. South African, it won't be European. It won't be Timbuktu. It'll be the US. So when I say CPI, I'm talking about US. Okay. This consumer price index. It's a gauge of price going up or down over the months. It's inflation or not. If you've been following the world much, you'll know that inflation has been quite hectic over the last few years since COVID. So they're trying to bring the inflation down in the state. And to do that, they use a tool called interest rates. Now, interest rates going up or down, like interest rates going up or down, have effect clearly on the currency and clearly on the shares, the indices in America, and on gold. So we don't know what that data release is going to be. We haven't expected, and I'm going to give you that right now. The expected, give me a second. That's economic calendar. Save it, and I'm going to give you the dollar index. That's the dollar index. Save it. Now, the European calendar, I've got it in front of me on my other screen there, and it says 2:30. It's got the monthly, where's the month here? 0.4% expected and 5.6% yearly. Okay, that's what we call the core CPI. That is a difference to the CPI, which is 5.2 and 0.2. What's the difference in CPI and core CPI? Is the core CPI does not have what we call F&F, fuel and food. Okay, that's an energy and agricultural cost of bread going up or whatever. But never mind that. We've got an expected. Now, if it comes in at 2:30 on the expected, it'll be awkward. We don't want that. If it comes expected, going to have a bit of up and down the market, no particular direction. It's the last thing we want. Also, on the bigger picture, we want direction. We don't like it being directionless. If it comes expected, we're going to go back directionless, which from a trading aspect has been an absolute nightmare. I personally prefer it to be lower, simply because we want to bring inflation down. It's good for everyone out there. I'm not talking about your or my pocket, it's good for everyone out there. But either way, I want it to be different. It's got to be higher or lower. And the bigger the difference, fancy word called disparity. If 5's expected, 5.5 comes in, it's higher, clearly. If 6, it's even more higher, obviously, etc. Or if it comes at 4.5 or 4 or 3, the lower it is or the higher it is, and the bigger the difference the expected is what we're looking at. And that's when you get your very big sudden movements, which we want to take advantage of. So all I'm begging you and ask you, which do I think it's going to be? If you answer that, it's a meaningless comment. We don't know. We don't know what the figure's going to be, and we don't know what the big boys out there and the overall cumulative effect of the reaction to those figures is going to be. I expect likelihood of what it's going to be, but I don't know, and I don't want to voice that in case you take a position on that expectation, it doesn't materialize. So rather wait for the figures to come out and then act on it accordingly. That is the idea behind this straddle trade. Hope you're with me now. So how do we place the straddle trade? You've got to be ready to place the trade at 2:25. Not now, 2:25. So I've got now time to explain how it works. If you still don't know how it works, do not try to place it after that, because you get caught with your trousers down, to be quite honest. Okay, so you've got to get this. If you don't, watch it and do it next time. Okay, because it'll move this thing. Okay, if you haven't a clue what I'm talking about, it's completely beyond you. So now there's only so many people in here allowed, about 100 or so. So anybody here has got less than about 500, 600, basically $2,000 really, what we're advertising to. You shouldn't really be here because you don't have enough money to do it. This is for funded accounts who have got the money to do it. We don't want to keep somebody out who can't get into the system here. There's only 100 allowed in here, and because someone's clogging it up because they haven't got any money to make use of it. It's like a guy going around and looking to test drive a Ferrari. He hasn't got enough money. He's wasting everyone's time, including their own. Okay, so if you haven't got the Tom to do this, take the Tom, and then I'll explain it in the trading room properly with you so you get the idea. But you don't need it here because you're going to keep somebody else out. You haven't got the funds to make use of it. Just so you understand that. Right, now how this works, okay, is you can put what we call a buy stop above and below the market. Don't do it now. Get the concept now, but only place it at 25 past. Right. Now, we don't want either side to get filled before 25. Okay, so what's 10 pips above? It's 10 pips above. So 10 pips above 23 is clearly 33. So you go to euro dollar, you double click, and you go to buy stop, not market action, execution, pending order, not buy limit, buy stop. It's 10 pips above them, not this figure here, this figure here, and you put in 1.0933. Okay, and then you place the order. Then you go again to this one, no stop loss, no TP, that's all you do. Then you go in, you set your volume. I've got to set the volume. I set mine, you've got to get the volume. About 90 random micro is your risk. So you work out your own volume for that. So you put your volume in there, and then you put in the stop loss. Sorry, it's the wrong one. Make sure you got, I'm doing two things at the same time. You've got to think, guys, because it takes training me, people not thinking, they're jumping in blindly. You've got to get the concept. Number crunch is easy, the concept. Set your volume, it's 90 round to 0.01. You understand 0.02. You've got to understand the basic maths. Otherwise, you've got to do that. I've got a math school. So yeah, you've got to work out your volume. Everyone's got different amounts of money, and you go to the stop loss. And the stop loss in this case, a buy stop. Sorry, it's a sell stop. Beg your pardon. It'll be 10 pips below this one. So it'll be 1.0911. Ignore the last decimal point. That's the point. We're after pips. 1.1. That I've done the wrong one there. Sell stops above the market. Sorry, my mistake. 1.0911. That's right. It's a sell stop.
Roger.
Stop loss. The stop loss. You're quite right.
Yeah.
Trying to get frustrated. You probably know. Calm down. Spell out. And it's still saying, is it a trade? 1.1. Okay. Right. And then you place it. Thank you. Right. Then it appears down here. Let's just figure it out here. Okay. Appears down here. Right. It placed. Right. What happens now? I'm going to knock them off. What you do is you delete one. If one gets triggered, you delete the other one. So what's this one here? This is a buy stop. If the buy stop gets triggered, you delete the sell stop. You got it? If the sell stop gets triggered, you delete the buy stop. Are you happy with that? Now, I'm going to put this on here. Let's get this out of the way. I'll do a quick way for actually show where to get this down. Wait a second. There we are. Get this out of the way. Okay, get out of the way. Right, now, I'm just going to put the trade levels up there. This is the sell stop. That's the buy stop. You don't want them to get filled till the data release at 2:30. Has anybody not got that? It's not a buy trade, a sell trade. It's a straddle trade. If only one or the other will be triggered when the 2:30 data releases. And we don't know what that's going to be. Good or bad. If it's good, it shoots up. If it's bad, it shoots down. We don't know. So one of them will get clicked in. Once it clicked in, let's say it's very, very bad for the dollar, which means it'll go up. Why? Because it's not the dollar to euro dollar. It'll shoot up. If that gets triggered and shoots up, don't do anything except cancel this. I want you to cancel it if you do this. Delete. You with me? Delete it. If it comes shooting down and this gets triggered and filled, you go straight up here, you right click, delete it. You got that. If you don't know how to do that, just go to this one here, double click, delete it, close it. You know how to, if you don't know how to operate the platform, go to Mr. Clinton, he'll teach you how to operate the platform. Don't do it now. It's not here to teach you how to operate the platform. I'm just saying, quick way of doing it. If you want to get those lines up, right click, see it says trade levels, click on it. Click back, trade levels, there you are. And if you want to move it, you can by dragging it up or down or right clicking and getting out of it. Simple as that. Have you got that? Have you got that? Anyone not got that? Are we all cool with that? Good stuff. Right. Now, we don't want to get filled. Don't put it in yet because the market's still moving. It's very quiet. Why is it so quiet? Very little trading is going on at the moment worldwide. This is a major important one. We talk about the non-farm payrolls, often known as the jobs report. That one is the most important. This has become even more important for various macroeconomic circumstances. So that's why, as you can see, it's almost a standstill. Not many people only buy or sell orders at the moment. They're not doing either leaving it alone or they're doing this particular trade. We don't as a sell, we don't as a buy, it's a straddle trade. Have we got it? I'm quite have to go through it again, but we've got to get the concept. And you can put it in now, maybe at 20 past, 25 past. We don't want this to get 20 past +2. Okay, if it gets near, you've got to close it or move them both. Okay, but you must not be triggered before the release. But I want to get the concept first, so you replace it. Okay, no stop loss, no TP. You put after that after dart release, and one of them's filled. Okay. Any questions? Any questions, guys? I've already posted. I'll do it again quickly.
Sorry, Roger, can you quickly just go to the trend lines again that you showed that we can move, please? It's fine.
I just fine. I recognize his voice. Obviously fine. What trend lines? You're talking these things here. This is just my place. That's a place buy stop place. Sorry, place sell stop place buy stop. If you want to move it, all you do is this. Just hold it down, hold it, and move it like I'm doing there. Hold it, left click, hold it down, and then drag it like you drag anything up there. If you want to get rid of it, you right click right on there, you right click, and then click left click delete. You got that?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, got it. Okay, so have we all got that? We've got a couple of minutes more. I can show you again how to do it. Anybody not got this? One more shot to get it, because I can't show after 25 because I'm replacing the order and I won't have time. This is the time, that's why we start a bit earlier before the release, so you get the crack of the mechanics of the state of the straddle trade, the trade itself.
Ruga, can you just please do it again, please?
Okay, right. What you do is you go to the euro dollar on your screen, you double click, and you go from market execution to buy stop. You go pending order and you put in buy stop. Then you put in the volume. Please, I beg of you, don't say, Roger, what volume? I'll be honest, I'm getting to a stage it's starting to irritate me. You've got to know that I don't know how much money you got, what you're prepared to risk. So you've got to know what you're prepared to risk. And you've got to know what volumes. Okay. Okay, so you must know. I'll give you the hint. It's 90 Rand a micro. So if you've got, let's say, 3, 4, 5 grand in your account, you know what percent you're going to risk, and you do 90 Rand a micro. Simple as that. That volume you've got to know yourself, because you know how much money you got. George has got 100,000, Bill's got 10, and Mary's got 5, and Joe's got 3 grand. They've got different risk profiles, everything. So you've got to know the volume. So I'm putting in 0.1. I'm thinking of putting in 0.2 actually. 0.2 because it's going to hope to get more of a G-jerk reaction like that. Right, you put in 0.01, 0.02, you work out your volume. Then you go to the price. It's got to be 10 pips above this, not the 2, this one here. 1.0934. You got that? And then you place the order. I've already got mine, I'm leaving it. Then you click on place, okay? And then you do exactly the same. You double click. Then you go to market execution, pending order. You sell stop, not buy stop. You replace that. Put in your volume and then put in the price 10 pips below. What's 10 pips below? Of 23, it's clearly 1.1. Get it? And then you click on that and you place the order. Then you'll see it here. If you right click and go to trade levels and click on that, it should appear in front of you on the 15-minute chart, 15-minute chart up there. Okay, that is then placed, regular rock and roll. Okay, now we then wait for the release. If it's good or bad for the dollar, confusing, because remember it's euro dollar, not dollar euro. So anyway, if it shoots up and takes that in, you immediately right click, close it. If you don't want to do that, you go there and you right click and close it there. Whatever pending or delete it, you know? Don't close, you delete it. Don't get confused now. If it comes shooting down, delete that. Once one is being filled, do not leave a pending order in the market. Get rid of it. And then if you got time afterwards, if it's going too quick, you can close it. Or if you get time of shooting down, maybe put a stop loss in, move the stop loss down to protect yourself in the normal way. I hope you've all got that. Okay, have you got that?
Yes, we do got it.
Micro is 0.01. So you work it out as a multiple.
Ruga, I just want to ask you,
Yep.
is the 10 pips reliable, or should we go for higher, like 11 pips or 15 pips, or lower than that? Or 10 pips is good for
This person is very good.
I hear your point, and I hear your point. I thought of 15 one stage, but I'm hoping, you see, remember, if you're going 15 pips above or below, you're carrying 5 pips potential profit. Then you say, why don't we do 5 pips? It's too risky to get filled in on what we call a whiplash effect. Then you're both open on the short and the long, which we don't want. So I've worked on 10, but there is an argument for 15. I get you completely on that. If you feel more comfortable with 15, 2 things it tells me. You've thought it out, you understand, you've probably traded before, you work with that. I'm just suggesting 10 pips to keep the fingers crossed it works. Okay, but I take your point. There's a good reason why that might actually be good.
Okay, cool, thanks.
Whatever you're comfortable with. And remember, the beauty of this is a very tight spread. But I'm just praying and hoping it's going to be a difference. Preferably for the good of the world, it'll be less than expected. But whatever I don't want to be expected, it's going to jump around. That's the worst of it all. Big difference, then we're going to get some big bucks. To answer what Vicky said there, 0.01 equals 90 rands. So multiples thereof. You apply that accordingly to what you prepare to risk against your pounds. Open trades, not free margin, the normal story. Okay, we've all got that. I can do it once more if you still don't have it, and that's the last time because it's getting near the time we're going to start placing the trades. If you know how to modify this to keep it 10 or whatever, you can do it. I can do that already, so I can do that. I'll make that now 16. If you already got the hang of that, you can do that. And that would be 27. So I'm just going to push that up to 27. Sorry, 38, 37. 38, whatever it is. There we are. If you got the hang of that, you can do it easily. But if you haven't, wait to place the order in a couple of minutes. It depends how adept you are. Bring it down a bit. That's a bit high now. Probably have to adjust it again. Bring it down a bit there. And then this becomes 2 again. So you bring it back down again. So you just judge it, or just move it around as this thing moves going up. Okay. If you know what I'm doing there, you can do. I just worry people just still doing this and they don't see the grass for anything, to be honest. It's frustrating. And then they go make a cock up of it and they lose money just simply because they're not getting the concept. But if you can place it now and make sure before half past, you can move it around. It's roughly 10. If it's 9 or 11, who cares? You know what I mean? But we don't want it 1 pip here and 19 pips there. Common sense. We need about plus minus 10 above or below. That's all I require. Okay. So if you've got the hang of that, you can place it now. If you haven't got the hang of that, rather place it about 25. Don't do one guy did a month or 2 ago and said, but 30 seconds ago, can I place a trade now? Well, no, because you won't get the trade in properly before they release the figures and you can get caught. If you still don't get the hang of it, wait till next time and get the hang of it. Vital. Very, very important. Concept's what it's about. The number crunching is easy to get the understand the concept. Why we're doing it. And it can be very profitable once you get the idea. We get a disparity, it could be very profitable. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, I'm really hope for everybody there. Absolutely, yeah. Or Sam. Sam. Okay, I haven't got time now. Start placing your trade now. 10 pips above, 10 pips below, I showed you. So I haven't got time to go through it again. It's been a bit more relaxing this time because Clinton very kind to help me out with admitting people. That was refreshing. Think for admitting people and losing my track. But I think you've all got it now. And if it comes right, you'll think it's worth getting. Okay, you start placing them now. Okay, guys, you start placing your trades. You haven't placed in the Buana? Go for it now. Please mute yourself. Do so, please. Everybody, mute yourself. Mute yourself. I've had to mute you all. Yeah, please, because it doesn't interfere with the trading or to make noise like that. It's nothing to do with the trading. And I like to have it open because people, like Fani and Marie and Mark and that, they interact verbally. It's a lot easier that way. But I can't with that background going on. If one of these gets triggered, it'll pop up in this area here and you'll see what I'll be doing with it. And you can follow me on that basis. And I'll just delete the other one. Comes a habit, hey, Clinton. Keep reaching for the mouse to admit. Habit after a while. Been Zooming every day. Got 4 Zoom sessions a day. I've heard the expression get egg bound. I think I'm getting Zoom bound. Shame. Got March saying there's pending and he's got internet, lost his internet. Shame. I say try and get yourself a router. You're gonna have to have backup. Now I understand why there's so little movement, because everybody's waiting for this very important US economic fundamental. I posted on the chat line. I assume you've all got it now. That's you look at that every day. Keep it minimized on your laptop so you can refer to it. You don't be jumping in to something with a major GBP or Canadian or Japanese funding system had to come out. And attend the trading room as well. So we've got a mode here while we're waiting. Let's put my name in it in case you need it. Then you come direct with me only on trading advice. A lot of you already got it, but just in case you haven't. Just remember, you've got to have at least 500 Rand in your account or more, $50 or more. And you have to be not in the demo. I don't do demo. And then I can assist you direct. Purely advice. If you need to do with opening accounts, you go to your account manager. Technicals, go to Technical Supplemental College, go to Top Model College on the live chat. Trade support, you can come direct to me. Or if you've got a properly funded account, then I can assist you. Let me know. And obviously, give me who you are and your real account details. You want to WhatsApp me to know who you are. I'll upload you everything. And if you've got more than 2.5 grand and maintain that balance, or $150, maintain it, You'll be a member of the VIP Club QT WhatsApp group, where you get daily economic updates, and you'll get more trading signals. You'll have more in your account to deal with them. No point sending a guy with a grand account 3 signals, doesn't have money to do it. If you've got more money, you can take more signals. Simple. Only when we think signals are good enough. Not the sense we didn't send it out today because of the CPI, and a bit quiet for various reasons yesterday. But it's not every day. But the more signals, the VIP will get the extra ones. Okay. So make a note of my number and just wait now for the. If you haven't got time, make sure you've written it down, put in your phone. But wait for past only 2 minutes. You want to wait for this. Okay. And signals send out, you've got to think it out, Fetner. You've got to think it out. If it's 10922 the signal and it's a better price, you go in now. If it's you look at it and it's now 10944 and so long, 20 pips above means the risk reward is going to be up to maggots. The signal goes out and the market does not wait. It moves all the time. So you've got to make yourself a choice. Is it worth chasing? Do I put a buy limit in or a sell limit, depending on long or short? Or if it's a better price, if it's lower and so long, you go in at market, get a better price. If it's above a better price, you're going short, you take it. But if there's a wide disparity between the signal price and where the market action is at that specific moment, it might be an idea to wait for retracement. Otherwise, you're chasing it, your risk reward will be completely up to maggots, will be different. I hope you understand that. Okay. The signals will appear for 500 Rand and more on the MP5 platform, and I'll upload onto my group for the VIP guys. If there are any extra signals, they become qualified financially to be a part of that. Hope that makes sense. Right, no more questions, nearly half past. We'll chat about it afterwards, okay? Or in the trading, which I'm doing it for. On the same Zoom number. Right, close this one, not quite, come on. Bit disappointing, why is that not kicked in? Ah, it's kicked in, so close this one here, close it. Delete, out, right? Now you want to put your stop loss in. Where's the euro dollar here? You put your stop loss in, where I'm going to put it? I'm going to put it at, I'll put it slightly below entry, I'm going to put it 1.0925 to start with. I will take a small loss. Okay, I'm going to take a small loss, but I don't want to get too close. I might get some more. Now I'm going to check the figures for you. I'm going to go to my economic calendar on my other screen. Not much difference. Very disappointing. Keep getting it right. Very, very disappointing. That's why you're not getting a bigger reaction. The core CPI was bang on, expected. CPI without the the normal CPI, as I mentioned, was slightly better. 5 instead of 5.2 and 0.1 instead of 0.2. So it's slightly lower. Okay, bit of a different effect actually. That means it's less inflationary. That means that should have been a weakening, not a strengthening of the dollar. Yeah, weakening of the dollar, that's correct. It's a strength of the euro. That's why we're going to weaken the dollar. Just the correct way around, beg your pardon. So that's it. And see that jump. Look at that jump, despite a very tiny disparity on the CPI and exactly the same on the core CPI. Can you imagine being a big difference? We've been up 100 pips, 150 pips now. You see, I can be profitable. Right, so I'm now going to take all risk out of the trade. I'm going to modify my stop loss there. Because I tell you why, I'm jumping in too quick. Where's my stop loss? Move it in again. There we are. Why I'm doing that quickly, because I don't think that's going to be sustained. It might be worth taking profit. The reason is, it might go up, I don't know, but the disparity was so tiny. One was the same, the other one was so infinitesimally small, there's not much meat on the bones for it. So that's why I moved to post stops. Now I'm protecting. Now I can't lose in the trade. It's above my entry. I've covered the costs. If it goes on up, I make some more money, etc. Or I can part close. I'm going to part close it now. Where's my euro dollar? It should have been 0.02. Why did you do that? What the hell is that? Should be 0.02. That's wrong. Okay, well, I can part close. Oh, it's going a bit further. Okay, great. You can part close by going to volume, double click, don't forget that. And if I wanted to, I can put in 0.05 and bank half my profits. I'm not doing it at the moment, it's going up still. I can bank half my profits by clicking on that. I'll let 5 micros run and I'll bank 5. But I'm not doing it at the moment because it's still going up. Get the idea. And you're not, oh, where you are, Francois, that's good. Nobody should have made a loss on that. Anyone made a loss on that and they made a right cock up to be, let's get what it is. You made a cock up, you did something wrong. Everyone should be in a profit at the moment if they did that, as I basically explained. Okay, well, there you are. See, it's good. I'm going to close part profit now. So I'm close part of it. Now I'm down to 0.05. Half is banked. So that was 700, now 375. And I might do the same again. I'll just double click on that. And then I might say next time I'm going to put in 0.03. And if it comes down much more, I'll close that. Yeah, I'll do that. Seem to be hovering at the moment. And I'm going to let that run. If it gets stopped out, doesn't matter. I have to shift it up. What the hell, shift it up. There we are. I'll leave it there. Shift it up a bit. I've banked the rest. If I make some more, well, a pleasure. If I don't, I don't. And I've already banked what's about 600 bucks, literally in 4 minutes. Yeah, but Ben, we are going to make. I'll discuss with Andrew Clinton trying to make a rule. Those are coming in here must have at least a couple of so grand in their account, because guys coming in not enough money, not an understanding to do it it's wasting their time, because you can't do it with no money, etc. They're gonna. It's sort of like a how I put it. You got to have some time to do it, and a lot of guys don't have it or doing the demo. They might not have it. So we've got about 100 maximum, and other people can't get in for those reasons. That doesn't work. I don't know what you mean by that, Mike. It should have, if you did what I said, the 10 above and below, you should have been in. So I don't quite know what you did. If you didn't make a profit on this, sorry, good, you did something wrong there. And what I'm trying to get through and explain to people is the expectation was absolutely 100% spot on the core CPI, but the normal CPI. Remember, the CPI is all the what do you call it? The consumer price index. The core is the consumer price index excluding energy and food products. The energy excluding the core was exactly the same, no difference. And the normal CPI is only 0.2 on the yearly and 0.1 on the other. And look at that reaction. Can you imagine if it came in at, let's say, 4.5% or 5 or 6%? Then you'd be up. Whoa, you'd be really big smiling. And the guys who didn't grab it because they made a cock up of getting the entry right, the concept right, be smarting with frustration. Get the idea. Okay, right. It's a bit cool now. You can bank some of it, get out of it, modify your stop like I've done. Hope you got the idea. Remember, you can bank part of it, and it goes a whole bloody lot. I banked 8, Michael. I thought I'd done 0.2. So I went a bit too small on that one. I thought I put in 0.2. It's my mistake. Anyway, I changed it. I don't know what that came about. But never mind. I still did okay. But the point is, I've only got 2 micros running. Banked 8. No problem at all. And even there, protected. My stop loss is better than entry. So I'm okay. If you look at the other trade, they're better than entry, except this one. Been a loss most of the time. It's too early to modify the stop. But all the stops on the others are better than entry. So I'm protected whatever happens. These are tricks to trade. You learn the trade. Okay. Okay, you should have been on board, Mark. You're there. Good stuff. And back on with your internet. Remember, the NAS are much wider. What does the NAS do, by the way? Because the NAS have got much wider spread. So you need at least 25 pips above or below, not 10 on the NAS. Okay, we've done all right in the NAS. What's the NAS going up at? 178 pips. You've done all right. So even if it's 25 pips up above the 10 pip spread, you'd have done extremely well on that one. So you did the NAS, you would have really scored. But leave the NAS for the time being. Stick with your $1 till you get the hang of it, and then you can go to the NAS later on if you so want. But see how why we do these CPIs and once a month and non-farms. how they can be profitable. And look how profitable that was on a tiny, tiny disparity in the actual and forecast. Can you imagine? There will be, I've seen it many, many more times than not, a big difference. Then you're going to see some serious action. Yeah, about bloody time. So I said, for goodness sake, don't get out this morning, because the last thing you'll do is get out and then the bloody thing goes shooting up. You know what I mean? Look at mine, it's a bit of, I forgot I was already in the damn thing. It's a good point there, Vicky. But I still think it's going to come off. I'm sure. I'm still there. It's going to come off, actually. Oh, no, hang on. It's the Canada. Remember, the Canada is in sympathy with the United States dollar. So that's more than funding. But I think it's going to hold. I think it's going to come off from there. I'm going to take it. I want to hang around. It's battling even now to break. And remember, look at this. Look at this. Look at the 15 minutes. See what I mean, Vicky? See, it's already coming off on that area here. And the disparity between the actual and forecast is not that great, in my opinion, to give it that much more momentum. So this is the time I think probably change myself. So I'd rather, I personally, I've got at it. Something you will do what you like. Okay. Happy with that. Any other questions? If you did the gold one, that's fine. Gold, Nasdaq, whatever. As long as you got the concept, then the choice is yours. Sorry, you got to be owned up now, guys. Anybody do that and actually made a loss? Because it's a good time to put your hand up. And we won't tease you. We might joke a little bit in fun, but then we can iron out that problem so you get it right next time. But I don't want people, well, clearly that should have been a profit. If you did a loss, you obviously made a mistake. Then we can work on why. Anybody make a loss on the euro dollar on that straddle trade? Good stuff. That's what I want to hear, guys. I like to iron out the problems, but I want to hear that. Yeah, I would expect you to. I really would tease you to do it, Mark. I would seriously tease you. If you're still nothing wrong with that, Dirk, you get the hang of this. No problem. Talk about any new guys, first time, went for it and somehow ended up with a loss. Anybody, don't be shy. You've got to tell me this so we can iron out the problem. You don't tell me, I can't sort it. And I just hope none of you have, obviously, but that might be good news. Well, if you're late, then that's your problem. That's, at least you didn't make a loss. You weren't in it. You've got to be on time for these things. Non-farms, CPIs, the world doesn't wait to say no because you're late. I'm sorry, that's one of those things. It does not do that. Yeah, but you know now where you went wrong. You made a profit on this one, or maybe because it jumped around because nothing was happening. It was just exactly the same. That might have been it. But the point I'm trying to find out is anybody still not got the mechanics? If you haven't got the mechanics to trade, let's iron it out. That's all I'm trying to find out. Okay, Mark, no problem. Get you, no problem. Okay, so obviously all did okay. Unless you missed it, well, that's it. That's what I want to hear. I've just think of your name, Wandili. I've just about to ask Wandili, you okay on this one? And just about to say that, your name popped up. Great minds think alike. And that's just what I wanted to hear. Brilliant. Fantastic. I mean that. Fantastic. And it's not that difficult, is it? The only difficult is the unknown, what the hell the figures are going to be. I'm surprised as successful it was with such figures being so close to the forecast. Brilliant. Okay, well, you've all got it. Nothing else to discuss? Move on. I'll be back at 4 o'clock. Ah, well, Jan, you'll get it next time. As long as you got the concept. All right, Jan, doesn't matter, as long as you get the concept. Do you get the concept now, Jan? That's what I'm after. Put it down, Ben, at least you got the concept. Jan, how come that is? Did you get the concept? Okay, well, that's fine. You made money. That's good, NK. Did you get the concept, Johan? Because that's what we're trying to get, the concept. If you miss it, I was in late or whatever, that happens. But if you don't have the concept, then we need to sort it. That I can iron out. If you ask what the gold price is going to be tomorrow morning, I can't tell you that. We can sort that out. All right, what you can do is next time we do it, you can get the battle get trade, get a bit earlier, and you can do what I do. Just shift this by holding down the mouse and just shifting it up and down to maintain that 10 above and 10 below area. A lot easier. And it's a lot quicker than that. As you see, I immediately went and closed the other one, and then I let the other one run. And you will do. They call that school fees. Unfortunately, one of the horrible things in life is you don't always learn from when you get it right. You tend to learn from when you get it wrong. It's one of those things. Well, next time you'll have to log in on time, because I can't. Why we start at 2 for 2:30 gives me a chance to explain the mechanics, so we get the trade placed ready for the release of the data. If you come in late, you often miss the explanation, and then you miss out. So you've got to come in at least at 2 o'clock so you can understand the concept. But do it next time. We'll have another one on the non-farms and another one on the CPI as it comes in once a month. So there will be others. Because like everything says, it's like somebody once says, if you go in for an interview and you turn up late, you're starting off on the back foot. Something I learned from the overseas is got to be on time, fight. I've seen guys 10 minutes late in the UK, not here, 10 minutes late for a meeting, and they've been given a verbal warning. Do it again, they're fired. This is very important. I know you got traffic or you got problems with the internet. I get that. This is not the same. But remember, you could have missed out. If this had been a big disparity, you would have missed out big time. We'd all made about 5 to 10 times what we made today. Because just because you're a couple of minutes late, you missed it. You'd have been highly fed up. It's like you meant to have the lottery ticket in, you forgot, or you handed it late, they closed off the bloody time, and then it came in, and you wouldn't get a pick up the jackpot. You wouldn't have been a happy chappy. It's just that it's trying to subtly get it, politely, something harshly get it across. Certain aspects one has to do is get knowledge, and basically you've got to try and be timeless. Because if you're not on time, you're going to miss the meeting. You can't come into a meeting at 2 when it's a 1 o'clock meeting, it's closing at 2, because obviously, well, it's closing at 2. There you are, Brooklyn. There you are. Practice, play around, it's silly, but just join me the next time, once a month, you'll be notified. And if you've got my number, I put my WhatsApp number there. If you've got Tom and 250 or 3,000, whatever, money in your account, you probably have, just let me know. I think you're on my QT. If you're not, let me know and I'll update you. Just want to mention again, if you want to make success, you have to have capital, you have to have knowledge, and you have to have equipment. Take out one of those 3 and the whole thing falls. You've got the knowledge, you've got the equipment, but you haven't got capital, then you get a battle. You remember, all the eggs in one basket, no good. Diversify, spread the risk, good. But if you've got small capital, you can't spread the risk. I can't overemphasize a guy who's got 10 grand in their account with knowledge and with the right equipment will always be the guy with 1,000 account with the same knowledge and the same equipment, because they can diversify. No, it's every month. CPI and non-farm payroll, those are 2 we'll be doing every single month. We'll update you. Not always, but 90% of the time. Non-farms are first Friday of the month, and CPI usually follows a few days later. Panic not, we'll update you post the time we go into early May. Thank you, Fred, for your support. Brilliant. And don't forget, get your stop loss if you're still in any of it. Make sure your stop loss in profit. Do not get a loss on this. Profit. Here's what Buckley did, made 900. If I have someone who's lost on this trade, I'm going to come across on the celestial plane no, sorry, the astral plane and come and put a flea in your ear. Don't take a loss in it. I want you to have happy days. Oh, good stuff, Anna Marie. Okay, guys, I think that's about it. Glad you're happy. Glad you made money. It's a quick way to get a smile on a person's face. I used to think it's telling a funny story. No, it's to get them to make some buckaroos. So it should have some big smiles out there. Catch you next time. And if you can make the trade room, 4 o'clock, see you there. Same ID, different time, 4 o'clock. Okay, cheers, guys. Thanks, Clinton, for your assistance.